I'm so happy to be here with you this week with our From the Vine community. Once again, this is our beautiful safe space to celebrate our connectedness with each other, with nature, with all things from the vine. And that, of course, includes food. That's what we're talking about this week. So we're going to have some good eats here, y'all. We are piggybacking upon last week's episode where we were talking about gut intuition, how to kind of calm the mind down so that we can tune into this gut center of intuition. And we want to be able to nourish that gut health so that our bodies, can function properly, but also, of course, so that we're going to enjoy the things that we're eating and we're going to come back to those things time and time again. Because there's this, kind of assumption that if you're eating healthy, it's not going to taste good. And I definitely beg to differ. There's a lot of absolutely delicious things out there that are healthy that are also going to make you feel good and taste delicious. So let me start with one of my absolute favorite things that I've discovered. And by the way, I'm not a doctor, obviously, so consult your health professional, before trying anything new or risky for you. And also, this is not a paid endorsement. These are just my personal favorites. So I found this cachava. And you can get it on Amazon. It is a blend of organic superfoods. It's plant-based. They suggest that you just mix it in water and it actually comes with a shaker. But I love to just put a couple of scoops of this in a smoothie, get some wild blueberries, a little bit of milk, a banana, and just put a scoop or two of this cachava mix in there. It's delicious, you guys. And if you haven't heard yet, by the way, wild blueberries are the best kinds. I don't even like blueberries personally, but if you get the wild blueberries, that's helpful because they basically can grow back out of nothing. Even if you trim down the bush, they are so hardy and they grow back. So if you imagine their power, we're ingesting it, that can actually give us power too. And where am I getting this information? So I have a book recommendation actually. So this is Medical Medium Life-Changing Foods. Anthony William is the author. There are some things in this book that are a bit out there, but I did take a lot of it to heart and it's changed the way that I eat. And I swear to you, it has helped me immensely feel super, powerful, youthful. And there's a lot of great recipes in there. So if you want to geek out, read that book. If not, I'll do the geeking out for you. Okay, so carrying on. This time of year, so delicious to have some good bone broth. If you haven't had it yet, I highly recommend it. There's chicken, beef, there's a bunch of different flavors. I did get this chicken one from my farmer's market, and Vaughn is the guy that was selling this. I was lucky enough to get, spoiled by Vaughn. He was telling me, so this is called Wava. So if you're in the LA area, Wava, killer bone broth. This is Thai seasoned. You can also find them in your supermarket. I actually like the brand Nana Lims a lot also. But bone broth on its own can be a little bit gamey for me. So if you have it just totally on its own, I would recommend squeezing a little bit of lemon, or if you like spice, putting a little bit of cayenne pepper in there. It's delicious. So moving down the line, another thing that's really, really good for your health and your digestion is yogurt. This is a farmer's market score that I found. It's coffee yogurt, you guys. It's so delicious. And I don't even really drink coffee, but this reminds me of more of an ice cream. It's kefir yogurt. It's sheep's milk yogurt, which I highly recommend. And you can't imagine. It's almost like you're eating coffee ice cream, but it has probiotics in it. It has things that help you sleep at night. And if you're not able to make it to a farmer's market, which I would absolutely recommend first off the bat, farmer's market's number one. Secondly, this is another brand that I love, Bellwether Farms. It's a sheep's milk yogurt, but I would recommend getting the plain. And then if you have a little bit of a sweet tooth, adding honey to it, because the sugars that are added to the yogurt are what kind of gets you. So this is my favorite honey. This is from Trader Joe's. It's Manuka honey. And it has a little bit of a eucalyptus-y flavor to it. So there's plenty of different kinds of honey. Raw honey is the best, but this Manuka honey is my absolute favorite. It's pretty expensive, but Trader Joe's is very affordable. So if you can pop by a TJ's, go for it. All right, well, wrapping it out now on this side, there's one other recommendation. This is ginger, which I got at my local farmer's market. It just comes in little slivers of ginger. I love to put it on crab cakes. You can also put it, on, any kind of fish, seafood. It's so delicious and it's so good for you guys. Ginger is absolutely amazing. And then finally, I want to wrap it up with a little bit of my absolute favorite. This is kombucha, and this has probiotics in it. It's so good for your health. I love to have it in like a wine glass because it makes you feel like, you know, you're sipping a glass of vino. It's very festive, but oh my gosh, dip into kombucha, you guys. That's my hot, big recommendation, and I'm so happy that you came here with me to celebrate life. Actually, speaking of celebration, next week we're going to be focusing on the joy of celebration, nature, naughty nature, because that's the way it's supposed to be. So cheers to you. Stay safe out there. Much love.